Welcome everyone to another Screw Up Show. Once again, the reception of our last show was crazy, and that gives us the push to do this once again. Quite the exciting lineup for this show. First, we have Broadway and theater singer slash actress Joreen Bautista, followed by DJ Javier Pimentel, and then capping off the show is the return of our former podcast guest and TikToker Sofia Jahrling, joined by her fellow TikToker besties Ina Domingo and Max Pumaren. Well, what are we waiting for? We've got another exciting show ahead, and we can't wait to get started. So, everyone, sit back with your friends and family, grab your snacks, press that play button, and enjoy the show.
Back to the Screw Up Show. So, for our next guest, she is a talented singer and a theater actress. She's been a part of the popular coming of age musical Miss Saigon, and she's played the alternate for the role of Kim in the Miss Saigon UK and Ireland tour, as well as the international tour. So, she is also a trending TikToker and soon to be, in our eyes, a Filipina Disney princess and maybe even Miss Universe. So, please welcome to the show Joreen Bautista.
Thank you. Thank
Welcome,
you.
welcome. Welcome. We're super excited to have you here. Thank you
Thank
for being
you.
here.
Thank you. I am excited myself. It's a pleasure.
Mhm. All right, we're up for another amazing segment in this already amazing show. So, ayun. So, Joreen, we just want to ask to start lang. Where does your singing story begin? What made you discover your love for singing?
That's the thing. It's the hard that question is always the hardest to answer
Mhm.
because I don't think there's a beginning point. I can't pinpoint the beginning point of my love for singing. I guess it's always been there. Like I grew up loving it. I've been singing ever since I could talk, or maybe even earlier than I could talk. Like, see, my love for singing, it's not a discovery. It's always been there. But like,
Nice.
let's say, to sort of put the starting point lang, I guess I started singing on stage when I was 2 years old. I would
Mhm.
sing in church, and I would go in front of the piano. I'd sing Christian songs, Christian music. And yeah, I guess since it's always been there, it's always been a part of me. And growing up, it's the one thing that, like, my identity is closely tied to. So yeah, I just carried it over until this day. So yeah.
Sorry, you
Yeah,
said
that's
2 years
great.
old. My
two
mind
years
was like,
old,
Yeah,
2 years
what was
diba?
I
old.
doing when I was two? I don't
I
think I
this
was
was
Exactly.
talking
not this was
properly yet.
not professional singing. Like, this was just, a 2 year old they want to expose on stage. And I guess since I loved singing when I was two, I'd copy the Disney princesses since that age.
Mm.
I'd go on stage. Obviously, it's not amazing singing, but it's something that my 2 year old self was brave enough to step on that stage in front of people. And I guess that's how I know the stage is my playground. It's part of me. And if people if people are scared of it, I always get thrilled when I see it. Like, what I see is a playground, like a platform of different possibilities. Wow. But yeah.
Mhm.
Um yeah,
Diba? Basically, a place where you're doing the thing that you love and you have
exactly.
fun, diba?
Exactly,
And
exactly.
mm-mm. I bet you had like old school videos of yourself when you were a kid, singing. And then,
Yeah, ito yung mga
but I
family
don't know.
gatherings that your titos and
Mm.
titas would like film you,
Always,
camcorder.
always
Yeah.
Filipino
Ayun.
families.
Yeah, they
Like, when
really
you're
eat
in,
up
They
the
film
child
you.
the child
oh my
talents,
god.
no?
Oh my god. Whatever you can do. Oh, anak, swallow
Yeah,
a
they'll make you
sword.
do it kahit it's not
Anak,
even like
swallow
singing or
fire. Exactly. Everything,
Sing for
everything na
tita.
lang. Sing for tita, tumbling, go tumbling,
yeah,
everything. And I had to do all of
tumbling.
that. Yeah, swallow a
Oh
sword.
man.
A two. Impressive.
Oo.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
music and singing, is one thing, but actually getting into like being in like theater stuff is a different thing entirely. So, what made you start getting into theater and actually taking that big step to audition and put yourself out there and to share your talents, for the world to see?
I guess, okay, every time I'm asked, what made you audition? Back then when I auditioned for the Miss Saigon UK tour, I was in high school. I wanted to experience what the great Lea Salonga experienced before she made her way to Broadway, before she became a Disney princess and all that. So all I wanted was to tell myself, or at least be able to say that, oh, you know what Lea Salonga went through. She auditioned, she met this panel, she met the composer of Miss Saigon. I met him too. He heard me sing too. That's all I wanted. I did not expect to get cast because I was up against thousands, like in the Philippines alone, thousands. And then there was also, it was a worldwide search. They held auditions in different parts of the world, in different countries. So I knew I didn't stand a chance because I was up against like people who are actually respected singers who are from Conservatory of Music, this and that. So I was just there, a high school girl, so simple, with actually no experience in theater and little experience in singing, super amateur, and I just go there with the only goal of wanting to be heard, I guess, and to be able to say that, oh, the composer of Miss Saigon, he heard me sing once, or the panel of Miss Saigon, they heard me sing, and the rest is history. It just
It just happened.
it just happened. Yeah.
Like everything fell
Yeah.
into place, diba?
Exactly. So how did I start getting into theater and actually taking the big step? That was the reason. I wanted to feel what the theater actors go through. And I wanted to go through it myself. That was all. Yeah.
I think it's so great that like your goal isn't even to, secure the part. It's really just you want the experience. You want to grow. You want to know what it feels like to actually say that you had that moment for yourself.
Exactly.
Right? And that's probably why you were rewarded after.
Exactly.
Because
Yeah, I think it's not just a reward. I guess the character of Kim, to paint the picture lang a bit, the character of Kim kasi, she's very simple. She's innocent, a bit naive, but she has this quiet confidence. And I guess all those aspects I held in me because I was going there with the confidence that I know I can sing, but I know I'm not like one of the great theater actresses who passed to actually be casted overseas and uprooted from the Philippines, placed in the UK. So yeah, sorry, I forgot my train of thought. But like, basically, it's not my goal is very different from perhaps most of the people who wanted to audition. All I wanted was to experience what it's like. And I think that kind of innocence and that kind of simplicity that I carried is how they saw the Kim in me. Because like I said, Kim is that character of just simplicity, of yung walang diva aspect, walang she's just very raw, very authentic. And I think what they saw is how raw I was. Like I really was high school preparing for exams. And I think it's just surreal how I had different goals out of that, but God gave me something else. And
and more,
and it all just happened, and more. Yeah, I agree. So
yeah, I love that. Like very inspirational, and just wanting the experience, because the experience itself is already priceless, diba? No matter what role naman you land, as long as you're there living the dream, diba? Doing what you love, that's what matters right there.
Exactly. I was thinking, okay, if ever they can get me to like, be one of the vendors in Miss Saigon, but then suddenly they're like, oh, we're considering you to be Kim alternate.
Yeah, no, you're the
Are
main
you sure?
character.
What'd you say?
Vendor? No, man.
I was 17. I was 17 and did not expect
Grabe.
to be seen as a main character. Yeah.
Yeah. The
It's very
guesses.
Disney movie-esque plot.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're gonna be like,
Yeah.
no, I
Actually,
really
Miss
didn't
Saigon
expect to
is
get it, and
so.
then
actually, I was gonna say Miss Saigon is very far from Disney, but I guess that kind of story
yeah,
that
your
I
own
went
story. You know
through,
your
yeah, is
story.
very similar to a Disney. Disney maybe you should write a movie about. I'm kidding.
Yeah, they should.
Yeah.
Actually, speaking of like the story of Miss Saigon nga, since, for us theater noobs here, diba, kasama na kami doon.
Yeah, me, I don't know
So,
what it's about.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Can you say a bit about the story nga of Miss Saigon? And since you already kind of touched up, how you got the part din naman. So, how you got to play Kim, about alternate for Kim. And what was the entire experience like being able to perform in Miss Saigon?
Okay. So I'll start with the story. Miss Saigon was set in the Vietnam War. It
Mhm.
tells the story of an American GI, Chris, who falls in love with a Vietnamese orphan who, because of the war, lost her home, had to work as a bar girl. So that was Kim. And they fall in love. They met in Dreamland, like the bar where Kim works in. Because back then, in the Vietnam War, when the American GIs would, because obviously with the war, American GIs would go to bars, spend the night with girls they'd buy to get their
Mhm.
heads out of the war, I guess. And Chris does not want any of that. But like when he meets Kim, he sort of just falls in love and she reciprocates. And yeah, so I guess it's a love story in that way. A timeless masterpiece talks about like two people of different worlds, one from Vietnam, one from America, and they sort of meet. That's why there's hence the famous song Sun and Moon. Like two very different people
Mm.
who are lost in their own way. They find each other. So yes, it's a love story. And okay, I know this is not the kind of story that tries to conceal spoilers for the sake of those who have not watched it, but so I will spare the rest. But I guess I want to note that as much as Miss Saigon is a story about love, it's also a story about sacrifice. So in times of war, such as the Vietnam War, sacrifices have been made, and Kim makes the greatest sacrifice of all time, and that's what makes Miss Saigon so beautiful, a timeless masterpiece. So yeah, that's a story. Sorry, the next question: what was the experience like? By far, it was the grandest chapter of my life. I
Mm.
guess it was overwhelming the first few times. Of course, when I got the call, it was something different. Like at first, I remember thinking, na, baka wrong send to, baka hindi naman ako. Kasi I met like in the auditions. Sorry, I forgot to kwento. A while ago, like in the auditions, when I went to the opera house, when they held the auditions in Manila, I literally stumbled across theater actresses I idolize and theater actors I'd idolize. And I'm like, I want to take pictures with them. So when they get the part, I can say that I auditioned when Kim auditioned and I was in the same audition as Kim. So I was taking photos with those people. And everyone was so talented. Like honestly, the Philippines is a factory of talents. Everyone was amazing. They just had a very particular image of what they wanted Kim to be. So I guess with that, the experience was a mixture of all. Overwhelming. It was. I was surprised. There were times when I was uncertain. Like I don't know
Of
whether this was
course.
for me because obviously Miss Saigon, Kim, she has intimate scenes, kissing scenes that I was scared of. I was honestly it was daunting. 'Cause I was 17 and but it was a mix of all these feelings, but in the end it was just grand. And I cannot, I really cannot put to words how thankful I am to have even experienced all of that. And until now it's like it's still a dream come true. And I can't, yeah, never in my wildest dreams did I even imagine I'd be cast in a musical in the UK. Yeah, there I was, and here I am talking about it. So yeah, hope that sort of answers your question. Feel free to ask follow-ups.
No, for sure. I mean, like
Yeah.
just hearing you say it, like I feel like we're watching your documentary, like about your life.
yun.
Like, you know, when they're explain like they're gonna
Yeah.
show like scenes of you acting, like
Dressing
the
up and
background
then
while
dressing up
while
with
you're talking about,
you know, let's do that. I have my costume. Kidding.
just say the word and all.
Yeah.
Screw Up Show exclusive right
I
there.
know.
Mm-mm.
It's just
Yeah.
That's so
crazy,
great,
I
man.
swear.
I want to watch today. Like, it's always been at the back of my head. Like when it comes to like musicals, definitely one of the ones I wanted to watch because I haven't watched a ton
Really?
in
Okay.
person.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
one of those ones you hear about so much, but
Miss
then
Saigon.
for you it's just like parang, okay, I'll watch it if I ever
Yeah.
like get the
Yeah.
chance, but it's not something that
Oh.
but
Yeah.
now
It's
come on,
something.
let's
man.
The
go.
thing is, Miss Saigon. The reason why you probably hear it a lot is it's one of the biggest musicals. Like Cameron Mackintosh, the greatest producer. It's one of his biggest hits.
Yeah.
And to think that this musical has casted so many Filipinos, like over the generations. Obviously, our first Kim was Miss Lea Salonga.
Mhm.
She sort of started everything, and all of the Filipinos who were in that cast. And like in the succeeding years, I don't know there's a Miss Saigon show without a Filipino. It's something that sort of gave Filipinos so many opportunities. And
Yeah.
I guess it'll always mean a lot for
Mm.
Filipino actors. So yeah.
Damn. I kind of wish that I had gotten into like theater shows because my mom and her family when she was younger,
Okay.
my Lola was super into like watching stuff when they'd go abroad. Of course, when they'd go to like New York and all those
Yeah.
places, they would watch. But for
Yeah.
me, like I was kind of, I mean, I've watched a few shows. I watched Wicked when it came
I
here.
love Wicked.
Like I
Yeah.
watched Lion King, but like aside from that, you know, my exposure to theater and Broadway stuff has been very limited. But now
Limited.
that like it's becoming such a big thing again, and like a lot of people our age, they like listen to the soundtracks on Spotify, like kahit walang musical or
Oh.
anything. Parang it's something that I wish I had like gotten like more exposure to. So for sure, you know, once COVID's like all okay na and
Yeah. It's not too
shows
late.
start coming back
It's
like
not
for
too
real,
late.
for
It's
real.
yeah. Shows are opening again because during the pandemic, obviously it's a fickle business. In the pandemic, it was not doing very well because theaters obviously they really need to follow health protocols. But then now they're starting to open again, and honestly, to keep yourselves sane, watch theater.
Come on, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Go.
We got especially if this
Gotcha.
girl's in it. We gotta
Yes.
be
That
like
is
we know
noted.
her.
Yes.
She's on her show.
Yes.
Yeah. But I mean,
Love it.
you
So,
know,
yeah.
speaking of like the amount of traction that you've been getting, it's not only now, it's not only, you know, from the aspect of being like in theater with audiences
Mhm.
watching you now with TikTok, you know, it's a whole new like world that's been unlocked and a whole new audience that have been seeing your talent. And you know, you've been getting quite a lot of traction on TikTok lately. Like that's how we discovered you too. It's actually funny because when I heard you sing, like Disney Princess is the first thing that went into my head, and I didn't see your bio until after I had watched the video. So I was like, okay, so that's really what she was going for. And I swear I could not believe that it was you singing. I was just like,
Yeah, man.
I didn't know what to say, and then I sent Ramon the video so that he could see when we were like planning about getting you on the show. And then after he was like, "Yo, this is so solid." We were just
Mhm.
like, "What is this? What is this life? Like, there are people who are this talented." So, you know, how do you feel having kind of blown up on this new social media space with now an entirely different audience reaching
Yeah.
you as well?
Honestly, it's very funny. I would not consider myself a TikToker only because I started it like 2 months ago.
Yeah, that's
And
why. Also, you've only been
the
on for a couple of months, and your
thing
traction is
is,
like crazy.
when I started TikTok, I never really intended to like, okay, I'm gonna start this channel. This is gonna be big. I really just wanted it to be a diary of me singing Disney songs or like theater songs. So being called a TikToker, that's something else. Like it's still, I still get, I don't know how to feel about that yet. But how do I feel about the traction on TikTok? Honestly, I'm just like TikTok's been a tidal wave of supporters, and I never imagined how vast the online space can actually get.
Yeah, it's
Yes,
crazy.
it's crazy. It's
so
crazy. It's a different audience because I mean, I got used to the stage. On stage, you see the audience. You see, well, it's not limited because some stages they're massive. So you see a sea of people
For sure.
and an ocean of people, and you sort of get to connect with them. But on TikTok, it's different because you film yourself on the camera and you don't know who's gonna see it or if people are actually gonna view it.
Yeah.
But you just put yourself out there. But you cannot really, my mind never really fathomed how just how much more people can actually see you on your virtual stage. And it's such a different platform. And how it felt was like, okay, obviously I don't get the same feeling as when I'm on stage because there's a different intimacy there.
Yeah,
But
for
like
sure.
this is a different kind of fulfillment that it's also there's a mix of hindi nakakapaniwala that there's that much people who are actually interested in what I put out there. And I feel honestly I'm so grateful that people are there to support that. I mean, I know the online space, there's a lot of bringing people down. I'm just thankful that the most that the most they tell me is I'm lip syncing. And there's a lot. They're like, hey, lip sync lang yan. But honestly, I'm so thankful that people actually view my stuff. And it feels like I feel like I'm heard in a way. And I'm also proud that I'm able to represent the Philippines in that way. That's why I put in my bio, the Filipino Disney princess wannabe. And wannabe's there because I'm really not. Like, I don't want to take credit for anything. But yes, representing the Philippines, that's one thing I really wanted to continue doing because I guess we need more push to like put ourselves out there. And what I've been thankful for is that I have been getting a lot of specifically Indonesian audiences in on TikTok, and they'd comment in Indonesian. I wouldn't understand, but like based on their emojis, must be something good. Never
It's
know.
good.
Baka
The
mamaya,
hearts.
ang pangit ng boses niya. Heart. So we never know. But thank you.
That's so funny. What the hell?
Thank you so much to the Indonesians. Honestly, means it means so much. And it's different because in the UK, I had since it was a UK tour, I had audiences who are Scottish, audiences who are Irish, audiences who are from Manchester, from Germany, from Switzerland, from different parts of the UK and Europe. And what I noticed is audiences would respond to performances differently. Filipinos would also respond to it very differently. And I think it's just such a blessing to be educated while I'm performing, doing my craft on how these different cultures work. And it's also something that really interests me, how different people reciprocate that kind of like what you give to them and what they give back. It's like everything that's part of the package I've loved about performing, and I want to keep doing it. So yeah.
Yes, please do. I mean, if you hadn't put yourself out there, you wouldn't be here right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
Man.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Thank you.
But like
TikTok.
I love above all, I love performing for Filipinos. Like
Aw, true to
it's a
home.
different feeling. Yeah, it's a different feeling when you're performing for people, for kababayans.
Yeah.
Just to know that there's a different connection on stage, on TikTok. You sort of share something, and yeah, it's always gonna be a different feeling. I love all
It hits
audiences,
different.
but it does hit different. Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
So, ayun nga, social media talaga, it's basically an extension na talaga to whatever it is you can share to the world, diba? In a
Yeah.
larger scale.
Yeah.
Parang this one also, diba? You sharing your story
Yeah.
to our show, and we really appreciate it. So thank you so much for, sharing all of your stories about what it is that you love doing. So yeah, I guess for like one final question before we go into break, diba? So this is more of a personal brand question, like from us, like as a group. So our name is the Screw Ups. So you're probably
Yeah.
wondering why, diba? Of all the names, why the Screw Ups? So ayun, a little history, So back in high school when we formed as a group of friends, we always got into really embarrassing, stupid,
Really dumb
ridiculous
stuff.
moments. Basically, straight from a comedy movie or something
Yeah,
like
I
that.
swear, like no cap. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's all like we compare it to like yeah, this thing happened like in
Hear
this
these
movie. Yeah.
stories, ah.
I mean,
Too many. Uh,
there's too many.
pero ayun, so we get into those moments, diba? Yung mga stupid, embarrassing, funny moments. But we don't really let it, bring us down. Not only as a friend group, but as individuals, and we don't let it define the things that we set out to do. But like the podcast, for example, kasi we were very introverted, as people and as a group, and we never imagined ourselves putting ourselves out there, doing a show like this, meeting new people every day. So it's definitely super crazy, diba? So ayun, we just want to ask lang, in your life, have you ever had a screw up moment where you encountered, an embarrassing moment, a funny moment, you know, that kind of at that time made you feel like embarrassed or whatever. But now looking back at it, you're like, oh wow, it actually kind of helped in a way, of defining who I am now.
Oh no. Okay. Embarrassing moment.
Doesn't need to be super like juicy, ha. It can just be like something
Mhm.
that you're kind of embarrassed about at the time, but then now you're like, okay, I get why that happened now.
Yeah, it means something now.
Okay,
To,
okay.
Yeah.
So
you
it
know,
doesn't have
yeah.
to be super grave. Kahit
No.
any embarrassing
Yeah,
moment.
anything.
Mm.
Okay.
Like if you like slipped on the floor one time, or I don't know.
Okay, okay. Well, since we are on the topic of Miss Saigon, my God, I had my fair share of stage mishaps, I guess.
Yeah,
Mm-mm.
okay. Yeah.
So wait lang. Actually, it wasn't me who messed up, but rather how I responded to
Oh.
co-actors mess ups.
Oh.
And no name dropping, right?
Yeah, yeah, no,
Yeah,
no,
yeah,
Oh
no
no,
yeah.
name drop.
I've said this in interviews and like we've talked about it in interviews. So pwede
Okay.
ba? Like,
Okay, it's
Yeah,
up to you.
I
Yeah,
mean,
no
yeah,
kasi
problem.
if
it's
you
not
want to,
naman
it's
bad. It's
yeah,
not
yeah.
like,
Go
okay,
ahead.
okay.
Shout
So,
out.
shout out. Okay. So, in Miss Saigon, in one of the shows, I don't know if you guys know the story, but there's this part where this character, Tui, who
Mhm.
is the guy sort of promised to be married with Kim,
Mhm.
intervenes Kim and Chris's wedding. And the guy
Mhm.
playing Tui was the great Gerald Santos from the Philippines. He's a Filipino. He's the Prince of Ballad. And at that particular show, he just got back to the UK from a vacation in the Philippines. So obviously, during the show, he was jet lagged. And in that scene, the line was very fast. And the words were so specific. And the heartbeat of the music was intense. I think I think it goes something like, ah, our fathers bound us together. Why couldn't you wait? You knew I'd come back to get you. It isn't too late. So that was Kuya Gerald's line. But instead of saying that, like I could see his sleepy eyes. He goes, our fathers come back to get you. Wait, I'm going to get you. I'm going to wait.
Oh
On stage,
no.
on stage. This was, I think, where in Manchester. And
Oh my
it was
god.
full house. It was full house.
Full
And
house.
instead of keeping in character, I was trying to fight my laughter because I know what's going on in his head. He's gusto ko na lang matulog. But then he was saying his
Mm.
line. And at that point, the stakes are high, at that particular scene. And as much, no matter how much I try and commit to the character I was supposed to have at that moment, I was supposed to, there's the stakes are high. I was supposed to be alarmed. I was supposed to be. It was not a happy moment, but I've been wanting to laugh so bad. So the audience was here. I was tilting my head the other way, trying to fight my laughter. I wanted to cry now. But then yeah, I carried on. And then I think I burst in laughter at one point. But I covered it up. Like kunwari na lang it was some sort of scream or whatever. And I had to hold my laughter for a good 5 minutes after
Shit,
or
props
even
to
more.
you, man. I wouldn't have. I would have
So
dropped
when
right
I went
there.
exactly when I went back off stage, I don't know, I guess it wasn't a screw up, but it's one of those comedy moments that you were talking about. It's one of those moments that that you'll never forget. And obviously at that show, it wasn't like we didn't give the best show to the audiences because like, we ended up laughing at that particular show. But looking back, it's not something deep. It's not something that you look back, it had to happen for me to grow or anything. It's not anything like that. But if we go back to the memories in Saigon, it's always one that we continuously revisit. It's one that is part of the story. One of the best stories that at this point, even if talking about our experience from 3 years ago, 2 years ago, it's something we just feel happy about, revisiting. And it's something that I guess it's part of the experience. It's like, when a high school student doesn't just go through every day being a good student, but there's this one day na you messed up. And when you're in college now or once you're working, I noticed because the parents, the people who are working now, when they revisit their high school memories, they don't remember the lessons. They don't remember the days when they were all good. They remember the moments that make them laugh. They remember the moments that make them happy. They remember the moments that sort of keep their bond together, and the things, the screw ups they share on stage. It's all part of their story. And I'm just so happy that despite that sort of stage mishap, it's something that whenever we go back to, there's a story such as that, and it makes the experience even more real, I guess. So yeah.
Yun.
I love how she
it.
turned that into
That's
a big parallel to
oh.
our.
Diba?
So you're trying to
Diba?
Love to
That's
hear
a really
it.
good
Yeah.
point though.
Yeah.
Like you really don't remember. I don't remember what I learned in high
No,
school.
exactly.
When I think of high school, I think
exactly.
of all the memories with these
The
guys.
Exactly,
memories.
exactly. So
Oo.
you talk about being screw ups in high school, having these comedy moments. Do you remember your lessons? Do you remember the quadratic formula? Do you remember?
No.
Do
I
you
hated
remember?
that. I remember I
You
hated it.
everything. See, so all these lessons, all the times where you were good boys, look back and you're like, okay, it happened. But you remember the time what you peed in the classroom. You'll always talk about it, and you'll always laugh. Like when you talk about, you always smile. And if you didn't have those moments, what would you talk about now? So, diba?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ayun.
damn.
Man. Woo.
Yeah.
Making amazing memories, finding the good moments despite, in certain situations that are
Yes,
uncomfortable or embarrassing.
Yes.
That's what life is all about, basically. So,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It makes it
Mm.
so much more thrilling, exciting. So yeah.
I got mini goosebumps because I was
Wow.
life is so
Yeah.
cool.
Life is so cool. I can't wait to experience more screw ups.
Yon. Oh.
Yeah, that should be the attitude actually.
You should,
Yeah,
that should be a
how dare
tagline.
Rebranding, here we go.
Rebranding. Credit me,
Yeah, of course.
Oh,
Joreen
yeah, of course.
Bautista,
Of
the
course.
next Miss Universe.
We manifested it earlier.
That'll be a
in the
great
show.
plug actually, So we should
Yeah.
manifest it now.
Yeah.
Miss Universe na Disney Princess pa.
Oh. Screw up pa. That's the best title.
I know.
Yeah.
The comeback story.
Exactly. So yeah.
Wow.
Yun.
All right. We will be right back with Joreen after the break. I always said after this message. After the break. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Screw Up Show. We are here with Joreen Bautista, and I think there's only one thing left that we have to ask you to do. Would you
Oh, no.
please sing us a song? I mean, kind of knew this was coming, all the build up. If you would be so kind
Miss Saigon?
as to sing us. No,
Few
any
lines?
song you want.
Any song. Any
Any
song.
song
I mean,
you
we
want.
were talking about Miss Saigon na. Let's okay, here's the song. Sige, let's sing a song from the show since we were all about the show.
Sige.
There's a
Wait,
song
we'll
I'd
mute
like
ourselves
to
so
sing.
that you're the
Ayun
sole
lang
focus.
kung gusto niya nga mag-duet, go lang.
No, we don't know the
No.
song.
But yeah, this song. So earlier I was talking about when that stage screw up happened, I had to keep my laughter for a whole song after that segment. And that's the song I'm about to sing today. So a few lines lang. It's called The Last Night of the World, again about war, about two people in love that if that night was their last night of the world, at least they know they can hold on to each other given the war. So this is Last Night of the World, and I hope you enjoy it. A song played on a solo saxophone, a crazy sound, a lonely sound, a cry that tells us love goes on and on, played on a solo saxophone. It's telling me to hold you tight and dance like it's the last night of the world.
Yon, all right.
I love that. I love
Bro,
that.
I felt that, man. I closed my eyes for a second. I was
Totoo?
like, oh my
Hindi
God.
naman eh. Really.
My mind like left to my body. I was like,
Oh, it's
are
like,
we in a freaking theater right now?
Theater. Wow.
Grabe.
man,
Well,
it's
you
an
saw it
honor.
here on the
Nice.
Screw Up Show, the ever talented Miss
Mm.
Joreen
Oh.
Bautista. Thank you
Thank
so much
you.
again
Thank you.
for
Thank you,
being here
guys.
with us. We will be plugging all of our socials in the description of this video. And if you guys want to check her out in any of the future Miss Saigon stuff, she comes out again, any new, any new musicals that she's in, we're definitely gonna be included in the audience there. We'll have to check that out for sure.
Really, ah?
Support,
Even if
support,
it's-
yes.
Sige. I'm counting on that.
It's on cam now. We have to do it.
I'm counting on that.
Put that
Yes,
on the list.
you will see us, don't worry.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Thank you
Yeah,
so
thank
much.
you.
It's been an honor. Thank you so much for having me here.
Oh,
And
thank you
to all
for
your
Likewise.
being with us.
audiences.
Honors on all on us.
Likewise.
But yeah, we will be right back. Thank you to everyone who's watching the show. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, guys, to the Screw Up Show. So here with us tonight is a DJ and producer who's also part of the independent label Transit Records and Manila Community Radio. So please welcome to the show, Javier Pimentel. What's up, man?
Welcome.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Of course, welcome to the show. We're so happy that you could be here with us.
Yeah. All right. So we're up for another amazing show. So to get the ball rolling here, we want to ask what was your journey like, transitioning from doing gigs to basically being a part of, radio shows and organizing stuff for Manila Community Radio, Transit Records. And, how did you get to be a part of all of this?
Oh, okay. Wow, my life story joke.
Basically.
Yeah, basically. I started like doing music around 2016. I actually went to this music school called Cosmic Sonic Arts, which was run by Jorge Winicky, formerly known as Similar Objects. So he was like, well, I think he still is like, I think our greatest like modern like electronic musician or musician in general right now. So he ran this like music production school, and at the time, I really wanted to get into music because for a while I've been taking up guitar, but I couldn't really like form a band, or like the people around me didn't want to make the same music as me. So I ended up learning how to produce, and since then I've just been like gigging around. Um and then yeah, like a few years, like just being part of the scene, like by like freshman year college, I was doing gigs regularly, um in places like let's see, like Moe's and like Black Market,
Yeah.
and like all these like different venues around Manila. And then how do I get into transit? Yeah. Well, with transit, I mean, uh, Transit Records is like an offshoot of, or well, sorry, it's the music division of Transit, which is a clothing brand. They were also known as Boy in Transit slash Girl in Transit. So like these were like people when I entered like freshman college, these were the people who were like helping me because they also like I just met them through like mutual friends, and we just like really connected. Like the owners and I just really connected, and we'd gig a lot. Yeah, at that time actually, like when I joined Transit around like what 2018, 2019, like I was still figuring out my sound as like a producer and a DJ, because when I started out producing, I was mostly actually doing like lo-fi hip hop, and yeah, actually basically like a lot of like boom bap and like lo-fi hip hop. So that's what I started with, and I guess I mean like eventually like after a while I got super sawa because the whole genre kind of, yeah, not gentrified. Like it kind of like super stagnated, and I didn't like making it anymore. So I was like figuring out like what I'd want to do. But at that time, I was like DJing a lot. So I was DJing a lot, and what I would be DJing would be a mix of like disco, a mix of like rare like samples that I'd have, and like house music, and I guess that affected also my music production as well. Um and then yeah, like so ever since that then like I've just been doing a lot of different gigs around Manila. But yeah, once the pandemic hit and everything closed down, that's when like my bosses in like Transit Records, Bonbon Collective, and like another group called Unknown and Ikigai Radio like came together to start Manila Community Radio, which is an independent non-profit online radio that champions. They are making sure that all these differences like are have a platform to be heard and have a platform to be championed. Yeah, basically just have a platform to be championed. And well, like at the start, they were able to do everything. I mean, at the start, they were doing it very well, and then I guess once the platform is going bigger, they needed more help and they needed more volunteers. And since I was basically like a bum because it's like what I graduated because of the pandemic, I just like hopped on and like helped out with whatever I can. So currently, like with them, I am like part of the programming team, so I help book artists. Basically, like it's kind of like an accounts manager, but we go to like that aspect of like work. But basically, yeah, I'm the one trying to find like scouting new acts, making sure that the scheduling is complete, and making sure that our lineups are diverse, and making sure that like the people that we broadcast are like should deserve to be there as well, and just like finding new ways to get more interesting shows on it. Yeah.
So ayun nga, since we basically like known a little bit of, like you mentioned your life story nga, diba? So, since the pandemic hit, a lot of things were just on pause, diba? For sure, including, gigs, diba? So, what was it like, during COVID when gigs were like, on hold or paused, and everything had to be done online, was it more difficult, diba? Was it, syempre, it's a new experience altogether. So take us through like the experience of it.
Well, I guess, well, maybe like in terms of like music, it was weird. Like
Yeah.
my friend, like, see, my like my co-label mate, like my best friend, I see Baby IKEA, Andy Osmania, put it nicely. Like DJing is kind. Am I quoting correctly? DJing is like 10% skill, 10% song selection, and like 80% crowd participation. If
Oh
I quote
yeah.
the percentages
Mhm.
correctly, but so
Oh, for
basically
sure,
something like
yeah.
that. So it was very weird DJing on Zoom. It was very weird DJing to people you can't
Yeah, I can
see.
imagine.
Mm.
So it really made a lot of people rethink what a DJ set could be, which I think, yeah, like especially when we were doing a lot of Manila community radio, we realized, oh, we didn't have to play like super palo shit, or
Mhm.
we didn't have to play like super clubby stuff. But I guess for me, like, it made me explore um my music and what music I was listening to a lot. I think that happened to a lot of DJs, right? I mean, like before the pandemic, I really was out maybe like not I really was out every week. Like
Mhm.
either I was playing a gig or I was watching a friend in a gig. So
Mhm.
with the pandemic, it allowed everyone, I guess, like a lot of my friends to like take a step back and like look into like what they've been DJing and like what they want to do, like what's the next step. So that was interesting. Like it became very self-reflective with like how we were DJing, what kind of music we were playing, and made us, like want to discover more new stuff. Um, yeah, like I've had fun DJing experiences though. Like I played for a friend's birthday party um via Zoom, and it was funny because I'd be playing via Zoom, but we're all like in this virtual world. Like I don't know if you heard it. It's called IMVU. It's kind of like It's kind of like Sims but X-rated.
Oh.
It's really
Okay.
gago. Like it was so funny because like my friend was like my friend like loves Drake and stuff. I'd be play I'd be playing like Drake, and then like in the virtual world you can like grind on people and like twerk and stuff. It's so funny. So at least like for those stuff it was creative. I don't know if you heard of it, but my other friends also put up a international uh like like an international music um like venue inside Minecraft. It was called Club Matryoshka. So it was really interesting to
Oh,
like
wow.
see the context of a gig in like a different world. So they'd like build these different worlds where people can interact, and then the people DJing would be like a mix of local acts and international acts. It's pretty cool because like you're at a gig in Minecraft. So and to make it interactive, it's not just like being there and like jumping up and down and partying,
Mm.
but it's also like they built like a maze where you can like go around and other like mga PvE, PvP type stuff. So it's super interesting, like going like finding these creative um outlets for music because yun nga, like it's like we can't really replicate the feeling of a gig, but I think
Yeah. Mhm.
it challenges a lot of people to try and figure out um what other possibilities they can do as
Yeah.
well. Which like I think the Minecraft thing was like super interesting because I never would have expected that, like attending an online rave and stuff. And I think that also like not from my experience, but I think that's also like how a lot of like virtual raves and like mga virtual stuff have been like on the rise in terms of music. So it's super interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Freaking Minecraft.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
imagining like
dude. Minecraft,
the
you guys should check it. Like, I don't know if the videos are there. I'm pretty sure like someone recorded it. Or but like you should check it out. Like it's legit like a rave in Minecraft. And my friends really built the world from ground up. Like
oh
and
damn.
every gig. Like it wasn't like every week, but like maybe like every quarter or every half of the year. There'd
Uh-huh.
be like different themes. Like trying to remember like the themes. I knew there was one where they referenced Twin Peaks, I think, in one of them. So like there was a maze and stuff.
Oh shit,
But,
that's cool.
but still, like it's super wild. And I know one they also collabed with an art gallery, like a real life art gallery. Then they put all the works of the gallery um in on the Minecraft world. So yeah, this is cool.
Fuck, that's pretty dope.
Yeah, but other than
Minecraft
that,
is
like
great.
the pandemic got me back into video gaming at least.
Oh,
So
for sure.
if I wasn't
Push.
if I wasn't doing music or anything music, I'd just be playing video games, honestly.
That's the
Mm.
COVID lifestyle, man.
Yeah, it was.
Perfect life.
It was.
Video
Lots of
games.
It's
time on
music
our
and
hands.
gaming. That's the.
It really was. Yeah.
All right. From moving on from that innovation of Minecraft, we're gonna check it out now. We promise.
Yeah, we should.
Sounds
Yeah,
awesome.
it's
No, I'll
gonna
link
look
it
that
to
up.
you. I got you. I'll link it to you guys.
Nice.
Alright,
Nice,
there we
nice.
go.
All right. Aside from Minecraft, what are your most memorable moments in playing gigs and organizing shows?
Yeah,
Oh,
siguro
like-
for this one, yung in person na.
Yeah,
Oh,
yung,
okay. In
yung face to
person, in
face
person.
or
Yeah.
on site.
Well, when I was in college, everything was focused. I mean, sorry. When I think of that, when I was like in freshman year and second year college, um, my first label, One One Collective, were in charge of one of the stages of Fête de la Musique. So, Fête is like, I'm sure you've heard of it. It's like the International Day of Music.
Yeah.
And it's sponsored, and we do celebrate it here in partnership with the French embassy, or like the cultural arm of the French embassy here. So usually it's in Makati, and it's basically like all these bars will host these different genres. And the point of it is like to walk around, like explore, so you can watch like an indie show here, and the next is like a rave or like a reggae show or like an acoustic show and shit. So like
Yeah, I went.
yeah,
I think
so,
I
like,
went 2018, 2019. So like sakto the two before COVID.
Oh, which one did you go to?
I went because I had friends from different like bands playing. So of course Cream
Mm.
Soda, like so
Oh, yeah.
dude,
Yeah,
shout
yeah,
out to Dudong.
Shout out to
2018
dudes.
I watched Andy's gig. I'm not sure if you were there.
I was there. Yeah, yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
then
yeah, exactly.
like, you
Yeah,
know,
I was there. Yeah, no, exactly. That's one of the stuff that I helped organize. So that stage, the bedroom beat stage, it's the most. I'd like to say we're the most unique one because, like, it's not even defined by genre anymore. Like, I think how it's best put, it's URL meets IRL. So it's kind of like all these internet-based musicians who usually just have the venue of like, SoundCloud. Well, at the time, yeah, SoundCloud was the like super heavy one. So like SoundCloud and Bandcamp, like all these people who were just friends on the internet, all these internet musicians.
yeah.
The bedroom beat stage is basically like their venue to finally like showcase their talent. And it was cool. Like we'd really find all these unique obscure people, like people at the time doing lo-fi, chiptune, vaporwave, future funk, even just like normal R&B and stuff. Just as long as we feel like you can be part of the stage, then yeah. And it's cool because it's a really good mix of people. First of all, like Manila people, obviously in Manila, but also you're able to get people from Mindanao, Visayas, other parts of Luzon who like came all the way just to
Wow.
perform for like, yeah, it was really such a big thing. And I always like using this. It's kind of like a big ass superhero meetup because honestly, I'm so bad with names. But I know their stage name, but I
Yeah,
do not know
I
them.
figured it'd be like, he knows.
So it's like someone's coming up to me, "Oh my god, you're Louis, right?" I'm like, "Oh, you're like, oh, you're this person pala." Like, I'm so sorry. Like, like internet personas is your real life. So that's how I always like explaining it. Because it's so interesting.
yeah, of
so
course.
it's fun. So like Fet is really like great, and I hope we can have it again. Medyo Delix pa now, but yeah, I hope we can have it again.
Yeah, hopefully in the future.
That for sure is my favorite one because just for the sheer amount of unique acts you can have. Yeah. Of unique acts we have. And just being able to see the look of these artists, so maybe it could be their first gig ever, or just like
Oh yeah, that's true.
basically like giving them a platform. Like it's really fun. My other one, like the one that I organized, was with basically it's called Undercuts, which is like kind of like my project with Andy and my other partner Luis Montales for Transit Records. So at the time, like everyone in Transit was like actually they are older than us, and like at the time me, Andy and Luis were still in college. So this was like our what was it? This was like our like I guess like it's like our event basically. We planned like a college-based night where
Okay.
we'd be playing stuff that we personally wanted to play, and as well as eventually try and book other college-based musicians and like college-based DJs and hopefully musicians, just like just like giving them the taste of like clubbing, giving them like a chance to perform, basically that, and being able to allow them to play what they want to play. Because I think at the time, like I know like a lot of people like they'd be booked to DJ, but then because they're playing at specific venues, they have to cater to the crowd. So with our
Yeah,
event,
that's
it's
true.
really like free for all, play whatever you want, and it's cool because it's kind of like we're trying to like merge like at least for like me and Luis, like the like Athenians who haven't really experienced like going to like places like Today X Future or like Futures or 2020 or like those places where parang they're a bit hesitant to go. It's us kind of being like, no, it's okay. I think it's like a cool experience. So we were able to have like three iterations until the pandemic like killed us. But all three were really fun. The first one was in apartment in Poblacion, and then the other two were in Today X Future, the now defunct Today X Future, which is like a club slash bar, like the club slash bar, which is like home to both like it's basically like one of the quote unquote queer slash experiment like queer bar, and also like for experimental music
Mhm.
in like Manila. So we're able to host it there. But yeah, I like our chance to you know like just do something like I guess creative in college, or like do something that would be I guess unique, or it's just like fun having your own like planning your own gig and doing it in the way how you'd want it to be.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool. That sounds fun. You have like a night where you guys just play stuff that you personally like. There's no like judgment.
So this is the next question. So like if you have the opportunity, like to organize a group of foreign artists together, who would they be?
Oh, like plan my own festival.
Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
straight up just plan your own festival.
Oh, that is. Oh, wow. That'd be so.
I bet
Oh,
you're
wow.
like, oh
That's
shit, I
so.
can.
Damn. No, that'd be so hard. That'd be so hard. I think. No, no. It would like this would really like divide. I think we're gonna go through like all fucking genres and shit. I think, and this one like it probably won't make sense, but it'll make sense to me. But number one, I need the Strokes to be there.
Dude, I
They are
love the Strokes.
legit the band I
Dude,
need to see before. Yeah, exactly. Those fuckers are always in South America. I'm like, come to Asia. Oh my god,
well,
they're
that's
always
gonna be sold out, man. There's a lot of like
exactly.
hidden Strokes fans here in this
Yeah,
country.
yeah. No, for sure. But they're always in South America. I'm like, stop touring there. You have fans in Asia, man. Yeah, legit. Anyway, but yeah, like the
Shit, yeah, that'd
Strokes.
be one band I think I'd want to see live
The
for sure.
Strokes. Actually, well, fine. Maybe I can try and limit this to like per genre. So if it's like my three, I guess, like for example, like my high school self for indie, it would be The Strokes, Arcade Fire, and it could be LCD Sound System, or Arctic Monkeys,
Oh fuck,
or
Arctic
even
Monkeys.
MGMT.
Oh
Holy shit.
fuck, MJ. Okay, yeah.
No,
MGMT
that's
That
hard.
really
radio.
Yeah,
is the
sorry.
the high school like.
Those three are like those can be interchangeable. Um, for I guess electronic, or like I guess for DJs. I want my favorite DJ. His name's Honey, HUNEE. I actually watched him live in Tokyo, and he actually came here in 2018. But like he's really like my favorite DJ of all time. Like he's just so cool, and like how he DJs that's so interesting, because he can play anything basically, and it's so good. So him, um, who else? I'd want to watch. floating points, B2B with Fortet. So um yeah, like they're like they always like play together, and it's super interesting like how they play, because sometimes they play like, for example, they play like rare obscure records, and then bigla they bring out like bigla they like bring out fucking 1,000 miles, like legit, like the guy they dropped 1,000 miles at a gig, and you're like, yo, what the fuck? Or like they have this remix of Neo. You're like so sick. Like they have like it's like crazy like how they're able to like get you from these rare obscure disco to like techno, and then they bring out like a pop song. So I think that'd be really fun. That'd be really fun. Um and I think sige, like because for hip hop, I'd want to watch Childish Gambino. Like
Oh, nice.
Yes, sir.
yeah, yeah. I'd want to watch Childish Gambino. Yeah, I think that's yeah, those are the top of mind so far. Yeah, that'd be fun.
Fuck, you'd have sold out shows.
Hopefully.
Dude, straight up,
lineup,
if
man.
someone's like Childish is going, yo, that everyone's gonna.
Yeah, hopefully. I mean, strokes pa lang, dude. GG.
Dude, if you put Strokes and then MGMT and Arctic together, that's over, man. Strokes and Arctic
All-star,
together,
man.
people are gonna like,
All-star.
I know. Yeah.
oh
That'd
shit.
be fun. Well, I'm just fulfilling like my high school fantasy plus what I want now, and then like bala na.
Make it happen, man, please.
Yeah.
Manifest,
You gotta get them here.
manifest.
You gotta get the Strokes here. Like,
That'd be so funny. That'd be so fun. That'd be so good.
dude, and then they like do collabs together, like Alex Turner's on stage with fucking Julian, and then they start, oh fuck, man, it's over.
Oh my god. Oh dude, they're just gonna fight on stage, and I'll be okay with that. They'll just make sapakan. That's actually no, that'll be the concert. Alex Turner, Julian Casablancas, sapakan
Sapakan.
sa Araneta Coliseum, dude. That's it.
Fuck,
That's the
so...
concert.
That's the concert. They're fucking singing while they're jabbing each other.
Yeah, exactly.
Alright. So okay. So we call ourselves the screw ups. Like I'm sure when we reach out to you, you're like, the fuck's this name, right? But then there's so many like really weird. That's really our Berkada name to like from high school.
Okay.
We call ourselves that because we got into like really stupid stuff, during high school and college and even now. But we don't let it affect like what we're doing here, like with the show, with our podcast. We don't let it affect who we become on our own content creator journey. Kind of trying to show that, even if you feel like you mess up a lot, like you can still make a lot out of yourself. So what did you say is like a moment in your life where you kind of felt like you messed up? Not even something super serious, but something you were like embarrassed about, and then now you kind of look at it as, oh, that's why it happened to me, so that I could become who I am now, so that you could be, this accomplished person who you are now.
Oh, that's so easy, dude. Like every fucking bad gig that has ever happened to me. Oh my god, like shit. Like all those bad gig experiences. Like trying to figure out what the worst was. No. Okay, this one. So very early in very early when I started, I was playing for this college org event, and parang they didn't time it correctly kasi. Or
Okay.
they didn't time it correctly, and they didn't how do I say it? It's like they didn't know, parang they started late, and then no, they started late, and they didn't know the building had like a curfew and stuff.
Oh
So
shit.
they booked 2 DJs to play, and I was the other one. And then parang I think they switched it up. So I was supposed to be first, but parang I became na lang second. So what ended up happening was I didn't get to play
Oh
because
fuck.
they parang I didn't get to play na because there was like a curfew and like lights out. And then parang I was just so parang I felt so shitty because like obviously you're like, oh yeah, I'm so excited to play and stuff, and then bigla like no more na. It's like obviously, and that was like my first time. So I felt like so stupid. Like why was it parang it's like a waste of time. I felt so bobo pa and all of that.
Yeah, get someone.
And voila, like it's a lab. I mean, not to be mean, but like parang even the org didn't really care naman. like only like one person said sorry, but I was really like so like I legit when they were like, oh wala na, I just like I didn't even help like cleaner. I was like I fucking went home, dude. Like I was so pissed. Like
Yes,
bro.
one. Yeah, I would have probably done the same thing.
Yeah, sobrang barat. But I guess yun nga like it made me realize you really have good gigs and bad gigs. Or in this case, I legit did not have a gig. So yeah, like oh my god, that was like not I guess yeah in a way it was traumatizing because I felt disrespected and undervalued as a musician or as a DJ. The parang like, oh, he's just an actor man, and okay lang if he doesn't. I don't know. It felt weird, especially like it was like the start of me, like DJing, a start of me like as as an artist or whatever you want to call me, musician, whatever. So
Yeah,
yeah, I took it personal. It felt bad. I felt really bad. But
that's
yeah,
okay. I mean,
but yeah, since
it,
then, wala, all good na joke. But yeah, I mean, yeah, that was like I think very eye opening experience for me because I knew like there would be bad gigs or like I knew like like I've heard of it, but like to experience it for the first time on your own, it's like, bro,
Yeah.
bro.
Shit, man.
gets no one. I mean, I think like you were put through that so that you could realize that you have to like power through and
Yeah,
look
it
where you
didn't
are
stop
now.
you. Yeah.
Yeah, don't let it stop you. Like
Yeah,
now you know
exactly.
what it's like to be on both sides.
Yeah. I mean, I think for a while, my my pin tweet, I think it's still there. But my pin tweet was like, you have some good gigs and you have some bad gigs. So it's like constant reminder. Like, I
Right
mean,
on.
yeah, it's a constant reminder.
That's
Mhm.
good. That's good. That's what's needed. All right. Well, we will be right back with Javier Pimentel when we come back. Stay tuned. Welcome back to the show. We are here with Javier Pimentel, and we're gonna do a fun little exercise slash game. Since I mean, this will be more fun because like he informed us backstage that he doesn't know how to draw properly. So
Oh god.
this will be something fun. So we all know that each DJ has their own style of how they mix and how they do their stuff, and the music of DJs kind of reflect their own personal style and their own brand as well. So what would your own personal like cover art for your music look like? Like I know you said you have an EP that's out already, but like
Yeah.
let's say you were to make like another album like now, what would it look like? Like doesn't need to be fancy, just a quick
Oh my
draft. Like
god. this is why this is why I do music for all my friends and they do all my art for me.
yeah, like that's the
Oh,
trade now.
okay. All
Yeah,
right,
this
all
is
right.
why all my friends are graphic designers or visual artists.
First for
No
everything.
judgment, man. Like, look, that logo in the background of Incel, that's a
Yeah,
shitty
that was
ass
our
logo. I
logo,
made that
man.
shit
Yeah.
with no skill. With no skill, I used a freaking phone app to make that. I didn't even
Even
use
if
like.
it's pangit, it's still liked by all. That's why we use it. I use it.
Yeah. Anyway, so this is really bad, but
Oh yeah, I can see it.
yeah, so
Nice.
for my cover art, so the kind of music, oh fine, well, I don't know what aspect of this, but I guess again, like it can be both for DJing and it can apply to both DJing and music I make. So besides music, I also take photography. So I was just thinking of like one of the
Nice.
pictures, one of maybe like the film or digital pictures I took. I don't know any, but I was like, this is like a random one I think I took. So it'd be something like I guess very not like very naturey, very relaxing because I think the music I make revolves around a bit of like it can go a bit hard but also a bit like I guess self-reflective in a way
Okay.
or like yeah parang it's like a mix of like ambient music, electronic music, but it can also get dancey and I feel like a
Nice.
picture that's like naturey could work. But yeah, I cannot draw, so ito na lang. So just assume this is a picture. That's why I'm saying I don't know.
Trademark pa na sticky
But,
note.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Solid.
Love it. I
It's
cannot
okay. That
draw
will
for
be with
sure.
you forever.
Yeah.
It's immortalized na in the show.
Yeah,
It
you just have to
is.
stick it somewhere, and that's
It
it.
is. It is. That would be so funny if that was a legit album art. It won't, but I mean the concept's there. That'd be funny.
Just have to add, little razzmatazz and
Yeah.
Love it.
Yeah. Just make a graphic designer do something.
Yeah, just be like, this is my
Don't worry.
concept. You just make your magic there.
Ako na bahala. I trust you. You have the vision.
All right. Well, thank you for being here with us. We'll be plugging all of his like socials and the links to his music in the comment section. Sorry, not the comment section, the description of this episode. Thank you so much for being here with us, Louis. It was a blast having you here.
Yeah, no, thank you. I had fun talking, and like I hope it inspires younger people or it's like people in general to like be interested and be part of the like greater music scene, especially since hopefully gigs are happening again, people are getting more busy.
Yes.
So I hope people could safely go to
Yeah.
gig, check out well, I guess it's just published on left. So I mean no joke. But I mean like safely like go out, attend like gigs and just like, discover new music, both internationally and locally. So yeah. Hopefully.
Yes. Great ending message. All right, we will be
Yes.
right back with the Screw Up Show. See you guys in a minute. Welcome back to the show. Our next guest is a familiar face who's been on the show before. She's a TikToker, influencer, and commercial model. And this time she's brought along two of her best friends who are making their mark on the TikTok world as well. So please welcome back Sofia Jahrling and a big welcome to Ina Domingo and Maxine Pumaren. Welcome to the show, you guys.
Welcome,
Thanks for
welcome.
having us.
Of course, of course. Super excited to have you guys here and super excited to have you back. So we'll start off with like a really like light question because I guess this is a super conversational topic. I mean, if you ask people like, how did you all become friends?
Who wants to-
Who wants to see
No,
that?
because it's like different per person.
Okay, then go ahead. Whoever wants to start. Let's do by alphabetical na lang.
Alphabetical
So I guess
lang.
Okay,
Ina can
class
go
number.
Last number.
first. Class number.
I guess with Soph and I, we met we were friends grade 4 pa. Ay, grade 4 ba? Grade 4.
Yeah,
And then
I think.
became Barkada mate
Mm.
grade 6. And then, yeah, we were friends ever since then. Yeah.
Shit,
Just-
that's a really long time, ah.
Way back.
I was
oh.
expecting you to say like something like high school.
So
Not
we're
grade.
nene. We were friends, nene.
Yeah, but yeah, and then I guess with Max and I, our story is funny because we were never classmates, and then I just saw her in a party, like one of her friends, and then like we took a picture, and I made her my Facebook DP.
We weren't even friends, but
Yeah, we
She-
were friends.
but in the picture, so I was her Facebook DP.
Yeah, but Max and I just became friends senior high, grade 12 actually. So pretty recent.
Okay,
Okay.
that's
Yeah,
really
and-
like
And then with me naman, I was Max's friend in kinder, but we weren't like
Wow.
we
Wow.
weren't like
That's really
close pa
long
in
ago.
kinder. We became close, I think grade 7 when we became seatmates and we draw like ice and clothes. And then we started eating together and then we became Berkada. And then with Ina, yeah, she said it already. But yeah, our Berkada before, it was like Bubbly 5A. That's what it was called. And then it kind of drifted. But then we became close again in senior high school because we became like class Berkada, which is like called Viral. And yeah, that includes Max.
And I also got
pala.
close to Ina because we go to the same college.
Yeah.
oh yeah, okay, that's yeah. I guess same college, same high school. People bond to end up becoming like close friends. Naman.
Mhm.
Wow.
Mm.
Tagal pala. Some of them kinder, some of them. I was
Yeah,
expecting
nagulat
like,
ako. That's
Mon,
like
we're
your
an
whole life.
embarrassment. Why did you meet me earlier?
High school. Mm. And now
In
all
high
three of
school.
you are in a talk show together. So,
Wow.
something.
A
Kala mo,
new
laki
bonding
namin, eh, no?
experience.
Mm. Sige. So for this next question, now that we know, how you guys kind of became friends, diba? This one's for Max and Ina muna. So since you guys are new to the show, how did you guys get on TikTok and started posting content, diba? And to get where you are right now with the following that you guys have.
Go,
So
Max.
honestly, at first I got into it because I wanted the clout. But
Hmm.
also it was starting to get popular. So I was like, why not? So my original videos used to be like dance videos. Like I would try to copy all the dance trends. And then eventually I was like, yeah, this isn't me. So I might as well just like post random videos or whatever I felt like posting.
Mhm.
And then I just started getting followers.
Wow.
Oh, go.
Wow. No. I'm just kidding. I mean, with me, actually same with Max. I really just started with posting with my friends, and then um I I had the same intention as her. Like I just really wanted to go viral. So I would really do everything that's trending. And then like pandemic wise, when pandemic happened, um I fell into this niche. I fell into this ugly joke lang, to this niche I was never proud of. It's something to do with dancing also. But yeah, I gained a lot of traction and followers from that, but I didn't really like it. So I stopped and just posted stuff that I liked, which are like dancing and like really just doing trends with my friends. And that's just how like I grew. Well,
Mhm.
yeah.
Yeah, that's
Well, I
what
mean, for
matters
you
to
guys
me.
to like have the following that you do now, it's not it's not a normal like it's a lot of people for both of you. Like there's
And
no
you're putting
joke. So
yourselves out there through your content, diba? So since you guys have these followers, it shows na people appreciate you guys for who you are, for what you post online, diba? So it's always good naman.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I actually like what I post now because it's more authentic. Like it's more,
Mm.
yeah.
that should be I don't know why there's so many like quiet but yeah, that's how it should be. Like post talaga for you and then
Yeah.
bahala na what other people like, right? But lucky
Yeah.
na lang if people like what you like posting also. That's true. So we'll jump naman to Soph because you've been on the show before. But it's been a while, like what we were saying kanina in the backstage. Wow. It's been like almost more than probably more than half a year since we last had you with us on the show. So like what new projects have you been up to? I mean, we've been seeing your your Presto ad. I don't know how many times now.
Yeah,
Really,
It's in the
when?
YouTuber.
algo already of
Oh,
YouTube.
okay.
It's over. Like
I haven't seen my own ad. Like my
huh?
own ads don't come out on my YouTube.
What?
It's
Oh,
not in my algorithm.
That's weird.
Yeah,
that's
also with
weird.
like IG ads, I don't see myself. But yeah, that is one, the Presto commercial. And then the other one would be the Xiaomi Light Me Up series with Gabby
Mm.
Garcia.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and I have like two things coming out soon, but they're digital ads lang.
But still,
Yeah,
that's
and a magazine cover, but it was supposed
oh
to come
shit.
out Jan, but apparently it's coming out June. So half
Ibang
a
J,
year.
no?
Mispronounced. You heard it
Mispronounced
wrong.
J. Yeah.
January.
So those, and besides those, just like other brand deals on social media like Instagram and TikTok.
That's great, diba? I
All right.
remember when we filmed your episode for yung podcast namin, Screw Up Sessions. By the end of the recording, we were like, oh, you and Richie, shout out to Richie.
Shout
You
out
and
to
Richie will
Rishi.
be, yeah, you guys would be, doing even bigger stuff, moving forward after the recording. So we were like manifesting and all that. And for
Yeah,
you
thank
to
you.
be able to get all these new projects, diba? Since then. So, very happy for you. Very proud of you as well. So,
Thank you. I appreciate you
Yeah, it's
guys.
crazy when we like talk and then we're like remembering who we've had on the show. Because at this point, there's
mm-hmm.
been so many people. We're like, I can't
Yeah.
believe how much Sophia has grown since we've had. Like, sure, it's
Thank
always your
you.
name's always one of the ones that comes up first. Well, also because we get
Well,
reminded whenever we see the commercial. It's just like the fuck that girl is a guest on our show and now she's doing stuff like this. Like,
thank you.
Oh,
bravo.
Thank you, thank you.
Yes.
Nagbow.
I
Japanese.
crave for Presto every time I see the ad. And like
Yeah,
it's
go
not
buy
as
Presto.
Me too. Me too.
It's
Diba?
good,
Go
no?
by Preston.
It's really
It's
good.
good.
You should
It is.
try the other flavors also.
Nag-promote.
Yeah, not just the peanut butter, even the vanilla, the peanut butter choco. Yeah, you
Mm.
should. And maybe you should also buy Xiaomi. You know,
Oh,
the phone has
lahat na. Let's plug
AMOLED.
all of them. Let's plug all of them.
Yeah.
Mm.
Noted,
Sige.
noted. So grocery list.
Yeah, always, always. And then when you eat it, you.
What?
The, paano yung dance? You do the dance at the end.
Oh yeah, I did that.
Diba she was stressed about doing her like homework, and she's like, "I'm done."
Yeah, that wasn't my voice in the end though. It was my voice.
I knew
for-
it. I was like, this does not sound.
It became so high, no? Yeah, my voice. It was my voice in the start, the ang daming gagawin. But then
Yeah.
ang daming gagawin, no? But like in the end, the finally I'm done. That's not me. But yeah, I don't know if it's obvious. I mean, I think you know because I'm talking now, so you can compare it. But like for people who
Mhm.
haven't heard me, I don't think it's that obvious.
Behind the scenes info. Only on Screw Up Shows. Sige, let's keep on going then. So for all of you, as all of you being, content creators, TikTokers together, brought you guys even closer as friends?
I don't think so. For me, we already,
Okay.
we were already
Oh,
super,
okay.
super close even before TikTok came. And
Yeah, I
Ah,
agree.
okay.
I don't think it made changes like on us being closer. Because for us it's the same thing. And ever since before, even without TikTok, we'd like to film ourselves dancing or like doing random stuff. It's always been a thing for us to film ourselves. So with or without the app, we do the same things.
So yeah, that's great.
Parang- I agree with them, but then also it gave us an extra thing to bond about.
yes, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Because,
yeah.
like, we love sending each other TikToks and we like to talk about it. And I guess it also shaped our humors. So
Wow.
Yeah, that's true.
Someone
TikTok is very
humor.
influential in shaping like things that you find funny na now.
Yeah. Yeah. They said everything.
What they said.
What they said, no. But that's so true. Like we have so much inside jokes because of like the TikToks we send each other. And yeah, they're all so funny.
Yeah, it's great that yung what Max mentioned that parang it kind of gave you
Let's
guys an
stop.
extra what?
An extra
an
topic.
extra thing to bond about.
Ayun,
Yeah.
an extra. No, I thought Con was saying something. An extra thing to bond about, diba? So kind of similar with us. Like before we started the podcast earlier last year, we were just calling lang on Zoom and all that. And then since starting it, ayun, we have this new thing to not just bond even more, but to meet new people, diba? Like you guys, diba? And it's always nice for friend groups to always have this new kind of like thing or venture to do together as friends to strengthen yung bonds nila and whatnot. And since content creation is synonymous to, alam mo na, posting videos of yourself online, pictures even, so sumak to sa yung what you guys love doing. So it's like a win-win for everybody.
Mhm.
So yeah,
Agree. Point me.
yun lang.
Damn, so true.
Second emotion.
Okay. Oh, this is a fun one. Okay. So I don't know if it's everyone's goal when they get on TikTok, but like now that I'm seeing that there's a lot of things that are trending that kahit walang context, it's just really stupid and funny and it ends up becoming like a sound or people follow it and it becomes a trend, right? So if you guys could create your own TikTok trend, like as a friend group, like it can be a dance or something super gaga and funny that like others would end up using as a sound in their videos, what would it be?
We actually were talking about this. And we were like, what kaya? But then I realized, like, I feel like it's something that, it's just us casually talking. And like, because people in my TikToks, I guess, because most of the TikToks we make are like the kalokohans. So people would
Mm.
tease us for the way we talk also, or like the way we act. Because people,
Oh yeah,
this,
the accent.
yeah, the konyo
Like when we
kids.
did the guess the bill challenge before.
Yeah. So parang I
Guess
feel
the
like,
bill.
yeah. So I feel like it's something that we'd unintentionally say and we'll just become like a meme. A meme. But yeah.
Yeah,
That's
like
me.
Ina nga, how she likes repeating words.
Yeah.
Like that, like a
Mm.
meme. Yeah, 'cause she has an echo, and then Max naman, it's like when people are talking, she'll just have a one word and or hear it like hot dog. And then it's like that's how she is as a person. So
Yeah.
I feel like if you combine that, it can be a sound.
Yeah.
Like a Max word that echoes. Oh?
Well,
I don't know
Oh,
how
that'd
to
be funny.
si Sophie magda-dance. Joke.
and then I don't know, I'll make the dance for it. I don't know.
So random.
I don't know actually, labot din.
Yeah.
Because
But
like
yeah.
also to add to that, like Ins and I, we like dancing, and then Max and I, we like
Lip syncing.
lip syncing. Yung
I like
mga transition na gandang-ganda sa
oh,
sarili.
yung there's yeah.
Feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then ganon. So if you mix that all, I don't know.
Get us.
Manifest na naman. It's gonna happen.
Oo, malay mo, di ba?
Maybe.
Sa second round catch-up, may TikTok sound ka na. It's your faces in the sound disc thing sa bottom ng
Yeah.
app. There's gonna be like remixes and shit of it.
Hotdog. Loads. Mga Max words.
It's really nice how this question kind of it really shows how close all of you are. You really know each other's like quirks and stuff like that. To be able to point it out so easily and just be like, oh, this person will probably do this person will probably do that. Like in a way, without you guys noticing, I guess TikToks and like doing all of these things together has kind of brought you closer together. Not in ways you would notice, like what you guys said. Like it's not really halata, but in a way, it gave your friendship like a new dynamic. Yun na nga, with all the inside jokes and all of the stuff that you talk about now and have stories to tell about now that wouldn't be there without this app. And wow, we're not promoting TikTok, but it's already self-explanatory. Yeah, it's nice how it kind of brought you guys closer together in this non-obvious way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And during this time also, yung pandemic, diba? So, despite not seeing each other often, diba? So at least may outlet kayo for you guys to bond, like we mentioned earlier. So yeah. So ayun, which leads to our next question. So how do you all like feel being a group of friends who are also content creators, diba? Regardless naman if it's your career or if you just post casually, diba? Content creator ka pa rin. So, sharing your hangouts and get-togethers with huge amounts of people, the ones who follow you, and seeing that they support you and all that, even if you don't really know most of them, diba? So, how does it feel being able to, share yourselves to them?
Oh, jokes,
You.
For me, I'm actually super happy about it. Well, no, because I like how people actually like enjoy seeing us together. And parang with the TikToks that we post, what you see is kind of what you get. Like, we're really like maloko that way. But I guess the side that they don't see of us is like our mature side. Wow. Like us like wise. Wow. No, but
Okay.
but I don't know. Because I don't also think yun na parang showing that side of us would be super fun, right? Because it's like we'd have to be vulnerable. And I don't think that's something we want to show the internet. Because parang that's a lot. So parang fun. We just like, posting fun content, for entertainment. So yeah, parang you see there how genuine our friendship rin is. Because, parang it's halata na we don't use each other for clout or whatever. But yeah, that's me. Oh, joke.
Naging
I
host
don't
na.
know.
Who's next?
I don't know what to say. I mean, I'm happy. Like, I like it when we post stuff together because it's like kind of kakasawa when you see that somebody just posts herself all the time. Me, pa, I'm an only child, so my posts are always myself. So when I get to meet them and like create content with them, of course, it makes things better and funner, more fun. Yeah, so I like it. But like, I don't the one your question about like how do you feel that a lot of people who support you, blah blah blah. I never think of it that way. That we're doing this because people
Yeah.
support. Like we do it
Mm.
to show who we are because we have fun creating content. It's not like we do this for the praises or for the likes
Nice.
that we'll
Yeah.
be getting or the views. Yeah, it's not for that. It's just like for us, and we become like super thankful and grateful when those things have views because it's not also easy to make a TikTok. Like it creates effort also because like you'll keep on repeating some takes if you want it to be perfect like that, or if one of us looks ugly, we're gonna be like, ah no, not that, like that. So it's like also a process. So
Mm.
yeah, I just like it when there's like good views. I hate it though when we're like shadow banned because it's like so
Oh, yeah.
sayang,
Yeah.
like
I
all
hate
the
that.
hard work. Like imagine memorizing certain dances and then you don't get views for it. Like yeah, we do it for fun, but there's just that sayang point.
Yeah,
Mm.
yung
Yeah,
mga
that's
walang
it.
effort pa yung nag-viral. Like, that happens to me a lot. When I don't put
Yeah.
effort
Yeah.
in TikToks, I go viral. I'm like, what? Why this? But yeah, still thankful though.
But
Mm.
yeah, yun nga. Thankful for like the people who watch it. And sometimes I get so touched that they're real people pala
Mm.
who watch those things. Because of course what we just see is like a number. We don't really know if they're like legit. So when we find out that they're legit, like I don't know, it's so touching. Or like parang nakakataba ng puso. I'm so biz.
Don't say that.
I've never heard anyone say
But
that.
yeah, that is how
Showbiz
I feel. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah, and I share the same sentiments as them. But then like yeah, I feel like it's been so beneficial for all three of us. And also for another reason is actually fun fact, guys. I found my boyfriend through TikTok and he's actually
Oh.
he's beside me right
Ayun
now.
na.
Yun na yun. I was
Wow.
waiting for the shout out.
I love that segue though.
Yes.
Welcome, welcome,
Oo
welcome.
nga,
to the
show.
So yeah, like as regards to how we feel about it, I'm like grateful for it because the exposure led to like making new friends and like meeting new people and stuff like that.
Boyfriend reveal.
Show yourself.
Go ahead, man.
What's
Ayun.
up? Welcome to the
Yeah.
show.
Shout out,
He's a
man.
TikToker also. I'm just
He's
kidding.
a
Yeah,
Oh shit,
TikToker.
solid.
He's actually
Yeah,
popular.
they
on
met
TikTok.
though, diba? Galing, galing.
Maybe you
Ayun,
should guest
parang-
him next time.
Ayun.
Couple.
Ngayon no. Come on, go back. Pero ayun nga, like, it's yung maganda yung mindset nga, what Sophia mentioned nga, na parang, in a way, parang bonus na rin, di ba, when people support your content and yung send you messages nga, di ba, and ay nga, yung nakakataba ng puso that people like see your content as something that makes their day, di ba? And ikaw naman, you're just posting because you want to have fun, di ba? Putting your authentic self out there and just bahala na if people are gonna like it or not. And ayun, it's good for you guys that ayun, so far naman maganda yung mga maganda yung mga reactions of the people, di ba, who see your content. Because like I mentioned earlier, when you put content out there, you're putting yourself out there. So yeah, and you
Yeah,
know the
and
internet is
just-
very.
Just
Go
to
ahead.
add to it, it's like so nice also. It's like a two-way thing that we're
Ayun,
happy posting and then sometimes people comment like, ah, this made me smile. Like those things are
Oh,
like,
yeah.
oh, so it's like
Yeah.
we were happy making it and they were happy watching it. So those things, once again, are nakakataba ng puso.
Ng puso.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Ayun.
really great how this platform kind of gave you guys this space to just be yourselves and to open up in ways that you probably wouldn't have, had COVID never happened, had you guys never gotten on this platform, and had you not found, your niche and the confidence to be able to become, who all of you are now. Which leads me to our last question. Wow.
Ooh.
Yeah. So our group is called the Screw Ups. Like I don't know if that was like weird for some of you when we like reached out. But yeah, the reason we call ourselves that is because like we got into like the dumbest shit in high school and college. Like not even dumb, just like straight up like stupid, laughable, like really embarrassing stuff. But those have become bonding moments for us that we kind of remember now and look back on, and it helped us become who we are now. We don't let it affect what we're doing here with our shows and who we become during our own content creator journey, because we're also kind of just starting out, and we've kind of brought this part of ourselves into this platform where others can kind of see how we are talaga, and like what you guys said, just being yourselves and us just being ourselves. So what would each of you say is one moment in your life where you this doesn't need to be super intense, but like you felt like super embarrassed, or you felt like you made a mistake, but now looking back at it, you see that it's super relevant because it helped you grow into the people that you are now. Took a swerve to the
Are you, ano?
anything,
Ilalim ba?
any.
Nag-name drop.
Uh,
What?
Max?
Would you do the honors?
Hmm.
Or I can go
Um,
first. Okay, you can
that's
go
a good
first.
question. Like, I don't know. I think relatively, I wasn't that embarrassed about stuff I did before because I was always super careful. But then, I don't know. I feel like it's mostly my study habits that were like really bad. Like I used to like slack off, but then now I'm like I take it seriously, and I avoid cramming as much as possible.
It's okay, we've all
I
been there.
froze,
I was a
didn't
super
I?
slacker also. It's like legit.
Is
Like
she
I was a
frozen?
clutch master and I was proud of it, which is the worst part. Like that's the worst
Yeah,
kind of attitude to have talaga in college. But that's a college tactic that you need to have for yourself. I mean, as much as you don't want to be like a crammer and a clutch master, right? It's kind of a skill that you'll need to learn to kind of save your own ass. But when it becomes more like less of a coincidence and more of a habit, that's when it's super delicate
yeah.
stuff. So
That's
I
when
super
it's really
understand. Yeah. But good for you that you're able to kind of like pick up from that, and now here you are.
Good job, Maxi.
Woo! For therapy.
Palakpakan.
Therapy session.
You want me to go first, stop, or you?
Yeah, yun na lang.
Me? Wait. You know,
Nag-offer, tas wait.
ano?
Nag-offer, tas wait.
Wait.
There you go.
Joke. But, I guess for me, like, something that's like super, parang important to my growth, like, super, like, parang turning point, well, was when, like, I lost my train of thoughts. Oh, okay. Ano yun? Okay, I remember now. So, Latang was, when I wasn't able to, like, save a friendship. Wow!
Oh.
Oh, those
Wow
hurt.
naman.
No, because I actually felt like a screw up in that, because in the past I've already been to like a lot of like toxic friendship and stuff. So, like, I didn't really want to lose another person who was so special in my life. Then, like, that they felt like home, diba? So, like, I couldn't accept the fact na I couldn't fix it, and that, like, I couldn't make it right. So, when you're like, I realize now, when you're so focused into like fixing a friendship, like, sometimes you don't realize that you're like running out of energy, and you're literally stuck and you're not going anymore. So yeah, it became a huge turning point in my life, because I learned how to like focus on myself, my own goals, and um parang before, like, I'm the type to like compromise myself for others, but then I realized na I had to be kinder to myself, and it's not bad to choose yourself sometimes because parang if you're not growing in a friendship or if you're not growing together like as individuals, then maybe sometimes like for you guys, like it's better for you guys to like grow individually. And it's not bad rin na you can also like love someone and care about them from apart, like LDR. I'm just kidding. Yeah, but yeah, I think it's also good to have time off from people because that's like that's somewhat it somewhat forces you to go out of your comfort zone and like see a different side of yourself. So yeah, it helped me discover many things about myself that I didn't know I'm capable of because I stuck to what's familiar with me. So yeah, like yeah.
Fuck.
That hit deep,
Daming
man.
hugot.
That hit
Yeah.
deep. Oh,
You
Yeah.
grow alone together.
Wow. Yeah. True.
quotable quotes. Dami. Thank you,
Yeah.
Ina. Let's clap for Ina also.
Yeah.
Since we-
Oh, look at where you are
Thank
now. I
you for
forgot that
sharing.
part.
Yeah.
Okay. And then now for me, I don't think mine is like anything major. Because
Never
what
mind.
I can think of was back in grade 3 when my other best friend, hi Nina Reyes, when my best friend and I got like a green slip, because green slip is like bad in our school before. It's like if you do something bad. So what we did there is like we wrote a letter saying that she's gonna go home with me that day because she forgot to ask her mom for a letter.
Mhm.
So of course it's bad. I pretended to be her mom. That's like forgery
Oh,
or
wow.
forging or
In
something.
grade 3,
Yeah, in
Grade
grade
three.
3.
you guys
So
are
of
smart,
course,
huh?
so of course my handwriting was halatang batang handwriting. And her mom is a lawyer. So how can that be? Like
Oh,
a lawyer
fuck.
will write like a grade 3. So impossible. So it shows how I was grade 3. Very dumb. I don't know how I was grade 3
Strategist
before.
siya.
But yeah, that one talaga, that moment, that was like my worst moment in my whole life. Whole life. It's not naman a worst moment, but like it was like the only moment na I got pagalitan, I guess, in school. So yeah, for doing that. And of course, I learned that obviously you shouldn't do those things. Like you shouldn't force things when they're not there. Like you get it's like I didn't have to do that. You should always be honest with stuff, ganon ganon. So those are the things that I learned from it. So of course I never repeated that again, and I never will because that's very bad. So yeah, yun lang. It's kind of babaw, but
No,
yeah,
those are the moments
that
that
was a
those,
screw up
yeah, that
moment
is
for
a
me
screw up
as a
moment.
child. I was like 10, so
I still screw up. Oh, joke.
yeah, 10-year-old, 10-year-old screw up. That's all.
Still though. I would not have thought about doing something like that in grade 3. Like that's next
Yeah, cause
level brainage
Because
na.
in grade 3, I was like, oh no, how will she go home? She can't leave the school without that letter. That was my mindset when I was in grade 3 because you can't leave without a letter if you're riding with someone. And her fetcher won't come. So I tried to
Uh,
fix things for
but you
her,
see,
but
you did
like
it for a good. Okay. Oh,
no,
that's
but
different.
still,
See, she did it.
but
Okay.
still it's
Props to
not
you
good.
for
It's
yeah, yeah,
never good to forge anything, even though it's for
yeah.
good intentions. So
Yeah.
I know that now. My grade 3 self didn't know that, but like I know that now. I'm 20. I'm double my age now.
It's
A decade
morally
later.
wrong.
Good Samaritan. Wow. Yeah. Look at where you are
Yay.
now.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, that was our last that was our last question. So we will be right back with Sophia, Ina, and Max. We're gonna play a little game with them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Screw Up Show. We're once again with our guests, Sophia, Max, and Ina. So we're going to be playing a little game. So this is called Who's Most Likely To? So we asked our guests to like put their names on a piece of paper to raise along whenever we ask the question. So these are who's most likely to questions. So we have 10. So ayun.
Yeah, we
if
made
you
them
guys are ready.
ourselves. We didn't copy from anywhere. So yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's not the same like duration speed for everyone. So when you hear the question along, I think you can just raise the name right away.
Mm,
Because if we count down pa, it's gonna be like it might be laggy for some people.
Okay.
Plus it'll be funnier to see your reactions if it's not who you expected it to be, right? You can also see yourself, like
Yeah.
straight
Yeah,
up.
yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But this is super
Okay.
gago. Like we just thought of these like okay, Mon, you wanna do even? I'll do odd.
Sige, sige.
So okay, we'll just
Go
do it in
ahead,
order.
man.
We'll just do it in order. Okay. I'm gonna bring my mic in for the intenseness of this. So, first question. Who's most likely to get drunk at an inuman?
We have Max. We have so Ina. and
She said,
Laki, grabe.
who's the one who's designated to take care of that person?
No one. Joke.
Are you serious? You're all gonna let yourselves.
Grabe.
I love that.
Yeah, probably soft because she's the one who's like, yeah, who doesn't know.
Okay. Okay. Pretty fair.
Ayun.
Pretty fair.
Mm.
This is so question one pa lang.
Okay,
I think
number
it's because it's
2.
none of us. Like,
Joke lang.
for both
Yeah, it's
questions,
not about
it's none
We
of
all
us.
take care of ourselves, so
Yeah.
Good for all of you.
Yeah.
Ayun.
Moderation.
Let this be a message to
We're all responsible kasi.
Yeah.
bravo, ladies. That's great.
Mhm.
Okay,
Sige,
we got
number
that out of the way. We got that
Alright.
one out of the way. Okay.
Okay, next. If you guys were trapped on an island, who would probably be the last one standing? We have Max.
Okay, so
Max.
it's Max.
Ina. Okay, Max and Ina said themselves. And then
Wait, how come it's not me?
follow-up question. Who would be the first one to lose it? Yung mababaliw na.
No, it's not me.
I know, I'm just in denial, but I know it's me.
I'd survive, guys. I love nature now. Wow.
I'd survive a zombie
But
apocalypse.
if you're
so-
stuck on a desert
A zombie
island, though, nature
apocalypse.
won't love you.
Maybe.
So-
But if there's a beach, then I'll survive.
Oh fuck. Yeah, that's not trapped. That's like vacation.
Yeah.
Okay. So next question. Okay. So if you were all eating in a restaurant and then like a problem with one of your orders, who would most likely be the one to complain to the waiter?
Nako.
Oh, so it's all different people.
Iba-iba.
we all blame each other.
We're all gonna
We're
complain.
just pointing at each other.
All of them will complain. All our food is messed up.
Oh, for 3.
I think I'd stay quiet.
Yeah, we were thinking like people probably like would some of them would probably stay quiet because yeah, naman you don't want to be like there's a problem. Can you?
Pero in a polite way naman, di ba? Hindi
Yeah,
yung
not naman like
sisigawan.
hoy.
Confrontational.
Bungangera daw.
Mm. Okay, next. When you guys go shopping, kunwari together, who's most likely to take the longest? Ayun, naglalabasan na agad.
Meron na.
Yay!
Hindi
We
pa
have
tapos
one
yung
that's
question.
everybody.
I shop
She's a
fast.
shopaholic in the friend group.
Yeah, it's soft.
The mall is my home. Oh, joke. It is where I'm happy. Zara is where I'm happy. Full sentence.
Mm.
Okay. Forgot this question. If you guys were all TV sitcom characters, who's most likely to be the ones that all the fans will complain about?
Ooh. The hated character.
Either one of these. One of them. One of them.
Okay, but in my
It's-
defense,
Why though?
people would complain about how slow I move.
Yeah.
Oh.
Or maybe if
Oh.
or Max would be like the NR one sometimes.
No, that's my reason. Max Max's NR when she jokes. Like, kanina, hot dog. Or like, or
Yeah, yeah.
load. So, like, that's her humor.
Parang monotone. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't know if she's joking sometimes.
Ah,
Yeah.
patay kung live audience, they're gonna be either quiet
Yeah.
or
Required to laugh, diba?
you're required to laugh. Laugh now.
If the audience laughs, haha, she'll be like, hot dog.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Mga
this is so-
catchphrase. Okay.
Right.
Oh, ito, speaking of jokes, among the three of you, who's the funniest? Sino yung joker dito?
Me.
You know what? I'm gonna have to go for Ina.
Okay.
Well,
So
but
right now we only had one. All of them with the same. Okay. Not stupid. These questions are so bad. If you saw a celebrity vlogging in public, who's most likely to want to jump in and join their vlog? Yeah, that's two. Okay, that's two.
It could be me also.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
that's fair.
Ayun.
That's fair.
yeah, it could be her also. But
The both
I feel lang that they answered me because when I was a kid, I'd always have pictures with celebrities that I'd see in the
Oh
mall.
yeah. Her
Like-
all the time.
Like
Mm.
people called me a celebrity magnet because every time I went to the mall, I'd see a celebrity. And I
Fuck.
make a pic with a celebrity.
Sarah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She has so
Sarap
much
naman ng
pictures.
buhay.
Very lucky.
Local
Kid, cool
celebrities,
kid.
ah. Local celebrities.
Kid.
Mga ABS yan eh.
Alright.
Okay. If you guys saw a really cute dog in public, who would most likely pet it without even asking the owner? Max. Okay. Animal lover.
I witnessed this.
Oh really? She actually like went without asking.
Yeah, when I went to the beach, bigla na lang may aso siyang finifeed.
Mm.
Stray dog.
It was a cute animal.
I usually sa beaches, di ba, may mga stray dogs.
Yeah, there's
na
like strays.
Go to ano. Mm.
Okay. Who's most likely to forget to remove their face mask before eating in public? Like when you're about to eat na you forget na may face mask pa pala.
Bro.
Different people.
The blame game.
This is too funny. Fucking shit.
Naglagan eh.
It's so all of them.
Okay. Last question na guys. All right. Who's most likely to forget to mute in a Zoom class? Medyo anticlimactic yung final question, pero go ahead.
This happened to me like yesterday, I think.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Hmm.
All right, so now we know that even best friends sometimes don't know each other, but this is still, such a it's a nicer way for you guys to still get to know each other better. And for everyone watching, for them to get to know you guys better too. So thank you, the three of you, for being here with us. This is super fun. We hope you guys had a really fun time to kind of opening up about this part of your lives that I don't know, maybe you don't get to talk about it a lot, like
Yeah.
outside, like with your friends. So
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you.
No, but yeah, really. Like people don't talk about this.
Yeah.
okay. So it's good to know that, we're still able to provide this space for people to just open up about stuff like this. And we're very grateful that you guys said yes to being here. So we will be right back with the Screw Up Show. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.
Right. What an amazing show. We just love doing this, y'all. So we hope you guys enjoyed. Once again, a big thank you to our guests for making this show possible. We have Joreen, Javier, Sofia, welcome back, by the way, again, and Ina and Max, of course. So, yeah, if you guys want to see anybody in particular be on our show in the future, or if you yourself want to be on the show, just hit us an email at screwup.sesh@gmail.com and we'll be sure to get back to you as soon as possible. Again, thank you guys so much for supporting our content. And that right there is a wrap. So see you guys on the next show.